Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammad Khalid Ansari. I am from HR Consultants, Karachi office, with my colleague Mr. Mohsin Zaidi from HR Consultant Lahore office.
Hello,
We are
everyone.
conducting today webinar with the University of Canada West, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. So let me introduce Mr. Baghir. He is Associate Director, South Asia of University Canada West. He will guide us about university location, university courses, lifestyle in Vancouver, Canada, and popular courses, entry requirement, and more popular thing, the scholarship. So now over to you, Mr. Baghir.
Thank you very much. Very good morning to everyone. Greetings from Canada. Indeed, it's a pleasure to be live in Pakistan for the young, talented people who are thinking about applying and studying abroad. And today with our very good long-term partner, HR consultant, who will try to explain and introduce you to some interesting things and the facts about Canada, about University of Canada West, about the place where it's based in Vancouver. And we will hope that the time that you will spend with us for next half an hour will be very, very interesting. So we will start.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So as it was mentioned, my name is Baghir. I'm Associate Director of University of Canada West. University of Canada West is based in Canada. Canada is one of the most popular destinations these days, and it's been so for the last few years. The reason is it's a very welcoming country. It's one of the most developing countries. It is indeed the country with one of the highest living standards, and it's turning out by day to one of the hot destinations for the young and talented people across the planet to come to Canada and find one of the best education, in fact, in the world for some very affordable prices. Today, we're going to be speaking about University of Canada West, which is a private university, which is based in the province of British Columbia and in one of the most beautiful cities of Vancouver. We'll be talking about a few interesting facts about what University of Canada West is, where does it stand, what kind of university it is, what programs it offers, what tuition fees, what's one of the very important factors about employment, how quickly our graduates are able to find a job, whether it's in Canada or elsewhere on the planet, since University of Canada West is a worldwide recognized degree. And I will be talking you through all those interesting facts and facts, and hopefully we'll be able to answer the questions that you guys are ready to put across. Let's start.
Yes,
yep. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is the message from a very respected and prominent person in academic world of North America, Mr. Brock Dykeman. His message to the entire world these days is that we're ready to offer the maximum comfort, the maximum opportunities and conditions for international students to come and join us, and from University of Canada West side to make their life the most incredible and the most interesting as an international experience. From what you can see on this slide is a few words about University of Canada West and the fact why you see what you see right now. University of Canada West is a private university. It's a business-oriented university. We're preparing the professionals in business-related fields. We're preparing the leaders and people who, upon graduation, can lead the business fields and make the incredible career in business-related industries, in business-related fields. From what you can see right now, our dear viewers, is basically the view on the campus. University of Canada West statistically is one of the most rapidly developing institutions on the, general on the planet, but for sure in Canada. As I have mentioned, it's based in Vancouver, and Vancouver, a few words, is officially voted by a few leading media journals and magazines. It's voted as one of the most livable and the most attractive. The fact that we are based in Vancouver, close to the Pacific Ocean, and University of Canada West is based right in the center of Vancouver. It's the heart of Vancouver. Vancouver is one of the business hubs of entire North America, so there is no shortage of opportunities for the students to be able to find jobs, and we will speak on that for sure, as this is very interesting and the concerned point of any student making decisions before they contemplate whether they want to travel abroad and what universities they would like to join. So what we see on this slide is that beautiful building, which University of Canada West is moving to. It's an our campus that we're launching in July for our new upcoming students who are joining us for July intake. We'll talk about intakes shortly also, but this particular place is something that we're very, very proud of, called Vancouver House. It's indeed globally recognized project and voted for a second one of the most attractive and beautiful cities and the beautiful properties and the premises in the entire world. So we're very, very proud that we have that opportunity to offer our international students the place where they can enjoy, and with the next slides you'll be able to see this, they can enjoy the best possible education, both in one of the best countries in the world, one of the best cities in the world, Vancouver, and one of the best properties, one of the best premises in the world. So what is so attractive about this place that it's actually gets you to the what you call English by.
Okay, Mr.
Interruption. Your slides are not showing actually.
I'm sorry. Are they not showing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you please share the screen?
Please
So.
question.
Okay. It's actually show that it's. How about now? Is it better?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 But it's,
Please go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm gonna. Is it better? Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
better.
Oops, sorry for that glitch. So I was talking about, on this slide, I was talking about giving a maximum opportunity for our students to enjoy the best facilities, the best equipment that we have to offer for our international students. And basically, this is the campus called Vancouver House that we are launching in July for our international students. This is how it will look like during night time. It's a World Future Project of the year of 2015. It's a World Architect Awards in Singapore. So basically, we have lots of accolades for when it comes to that particular campus that is being worldwide recognized amongst the professionals. So this is how the classes look like, and it's indeed a very beautiful scenes and beautiful views. We can talk a lot about this particular premises, about this campus that will be able to provide up to 3,500 students at the same time. It is massive, it's big, it's beautiful, and this is how it will look during the nighttime. This is how it looks. What is important here to note, and it's worth to highlight the fact that University of Canada West campuses is equipped with the most up-to-date facilities, and it gives all the opportunities for our international students to enjoy to get the best information from the best people via the best up-to-date tools and technologies. So University of Canada West, being as an international recognized university and the university in business related education, we have everything what requires for international institutions to have when it comes to accreditations, memberships, and designations. Some of them you can see here when it comes to quality assurance, when it comes to the accreditation amongst North American and worldwide leading education institutions, when it comes to the recognitions where students can actually have what you call a transfer move from one university to another university. We have lots of students who are coming, who would like to join us where they initially started with different institutions. They're more than welcome to do that. And we have all the opportunities that we offer for the students to have those chances. Now, worth mentioning again that University of Canada West business courses incorporate to the latest technology, something that students can combine both practical and theoretical skills during their studies. We have rankings here, rankings number 2 in annual best countries survey, as the ranked number 3rd the best countries for education, refers to Canada, and of course it refers to the fact that 3rd most livable city in the world according to The Economist. Imagine how many beautiful cities on the planet we have, and Vancouver is constantly voted year in and year out one of the top 3 cities in the world. I think it speaks volumes itself. So what are the benefits of our students to get? It's very important to understand that number 1, we have more than 60 different nationalities studying at University of Canada West with us, whether that be students coming from Latin America, from South Asia, Southeast Asia, from European countries, from elsewhere on the planet. What is important here to understand is any student, any foreign students are coming to join us from any part of the planet. They always think about, whether I want to travel abroad, because we understand that it's a very time and money consuming process. It's investing. The best investment you can do is invest in yourself. And then you always think as a student, as a foreign student, whether I would like to travel abroad and what are the benefits. And if I travel abroad, whether I want to join some Canadian institutions, and whether I would like to join the institution that would enable me essentially to develop myself into a very great professional. And what are the benefits I will be reaping upon graduation? So those are the questions that this slide in particular is able to answer. We have amongst some other inquirers that are trying to strive and come to Canada, we're happy to offer them different types of scholarships and awards. What is important here to mention again, the fact that what makes University of Canada West stand out university compared to different institutions is that we have comparatively small size classes. And sometimes when students are asking me, what is the main reason that University of Canada West, and I would invite our viewers and our listeners upon the finishing of this session to visit University of Canada West website, where they will be able to see and they have the majority of the answers that for the questions they might have. And one of the very interesting point there, you will see that within 3 to 6 months, all the University of Canada West graduates, 100% are able to find a job. And this is a unique situation. When it comes to the employment, we're always conscious that the very first thing what crops in mind of every student is, will I be able to find a job once I graduate, whether that be in Canada, which Canada is, a very attractive immigration destination, whether that be in Canada. Will I be able to find a job if I come back to Pakistan? Will I be able to find a job if I travel to the United States, for example, or anywhere for that matter on the planet? And the answer is yes, 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 because we have stats, and I would invite you again to visit University of Canada West website, or to visit LinkedIn and find the alumni. There is a group of alumni of University of Canada West graduates. And so to come back to the point when I'm asked the question, what is the secret, if you will, the success, or the reason behind of that success is, I believe the fact that small size classes that's enabling students to have a very perfect interact with their educators. And this is something very important. What is important here to note again that unlike some different institutions, University of Canada West has 4 intakes. We have intakes in January, we have in April, July, and October intakes. So students can practically join anytime they want. If for some reason they are not able to secure the visas to join the intake that they initially opted for, they don't have to wait for a long time. Once they get visa, they can always travel and join next intake, which we happen to have every 3 months. So as I mentioned, it's a ACBSP accredited MBA Bachelor in Commercial degrees, which enables to have a worldwide recognition. It's a very knowledgeable faculties. All our faculties throughout are coming from leading from the leading places of the companies that they were engaged with in the past or even presently. So, you know, our students have a very unique opportunity to combine those practical and theoretical knowledge into the theoretical knowledge into the practical skills, and faster completion possible for motivated students also available. For example, we're going to be talking in a minute about that. But if we have, for example, 2-year academic programs, our students are able to graduate them as early as 1 year. It's very much down to the diligence and the hard work of our students. So that is a possibility, which is another very important fact to highlight. Now, another very interesting thing is we're very, very cautious about the fact, conscious about the fact rather, that every student who is traveling abroad in making investment is very much interested to see what is the employment market is like. An employment market in British Columbia is on a very, very high rise because we have the very vast majority of international companies actually running the businesses in Vancouver. So what we do to maximize the effect of the possible employment outcome for our students, we have an incredibly talented team when it comes to career service and student services, student department, when we engage with the students during their studies and ensuring that they have we make affairs and ensuring that they interact with the real organizations. So we invite leaders in different types of industries related to business, related to some other aspects, have a session throughout the year. We do fairs with the exhibitions, and potentially the students have an opportunity to engage with those leaders in, you know, coming from business industries, and have an opportunity to interact with them and being able to even find a job whilst they study. If you know, so basically this is the panel where the students have a chance to you know, to raise the interest from the managers who are leading those companies. Would that be banks? That would be financial institutions, or some other big companies. But we have those interact with real organizations quite frequently throughout the year, which gives an opportunity for our students, you know, to understand what is it that you know, requires these days for any graduates to have, you know, to be able to find a job. So this is one of the reasons, again, one of the secrets why University of Canada West stands for the very proud facts of our
sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you. I have a quick question from you.
Sure.
Is there any internship during the studies in MBA program?
Okay, so when we come to that particular point of MBA, I will elaborate. You know, I'll try to cover that point also.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we're about to start speaking about the specifics of the programs and what University of Canada West have to offer. So, graduate programs. University of Canada West is an academic program, but it's also an academic institution which offers an academic degree programs, again, related to business. So anyone who is thinking about making career in business, in fields related to bank, to finance, to project management, operational management, human resource management, to some other aspects to do with the business, we are the right institutions for them. That doesn't necessarily have to limit our students to come and join us from when it comes to graduate or undergraduate, um, to necessarily the people who, for example, would like to study MBA with us, who are coming from business non-related background, but we'll be talking on that. We have very good amount of students who are joining us from technical background, from engineering background, and so on and so forth. So we have all the opportunities for those students to explore. So MBA has been one of the mega popular programs of University of Canada West that we have managed to prepare via our MBA education the leaders who are right now leading the industries, and they have very high profile jobs with a very, very high salaries packages. So we're preparing the leaders who could potentially be managers in the top companies. And a few words about what MBA is. Master of Business Administration. It's a very, very popular program indeed. And it's a 24 months program, 2 years program. And the requirements for that is students who graduated bachelor's in BCom, in banking and finance, commerce, anything related to that, with a 3.0 out of 43, which is about 72, 75% of a CGPA. And given that they have 6.5 overall in IELTS or equivalent and 6.0 minimum in writing band, they're more than welcome to have a direct MBA placement. And we're all aware that when it comes to Pakistan, Pakistan was introduced by immigration authorities recently, what you call SDS stream, where students have a chance to apply via SDS stream and secure their study permits, whether it's with University of Canada West or any other institutions in Canada. So entry requirement here, as I have mentioned. So generally MBA, again, is a very, very interesting program. And it gives a very good opportunity for the students to study 2 years. In fact, it's around a year and a half, and to have a chance to demonstrate their ability to get the best possible education, and then strive for the best possible jobs in business-related field. So, what are the requirements? The bachelor degree from recognized university with the CGPA, as I mentioned, 3.0 out of 33, equivalent or better. And if you have GMAT or GRE, fabulous. We're having an appropriate Canadian professional designation. If you have, if you have a bachelor degree in business administration, commerce, or equivalent, or minimum of 3 years professional managerial experiences. For those, either or. So, being as a fresh graduate, for example, graduating Bachelor of Commerce somewhere in Lahore, in Karachi, or in Islamabad, or elsewhere, for that matter, in Pakistan, you have very good chance to join MBA for the upcoming intakes, and we're still open with the intakes of 2020, July and October.
Now, I have a question regarding MBA.
Please.
Is there any co-op program including in this MBA? The student requires need co-op.
Thank you for that question. So I understand that the question is, do we have any co-op programs that is a part of MBA program? What we have to keep in mind here, University of Canada West is an academic institution. Co-op programs are not designed to be aligned or to be coming together with academic programs when it comes to MBA per se. But again, we are trying to do maximum for our students to find an employment after they graduate. And the reason why we do that, I've already outlined earlier, that we have a few sessions throughout the year for our students to get, but there is no co-op. But if you look at the stats of University of Canada West, up to 88% are able to find a job within 3 months. And up to 100% of the students are able to find a job between 4 and 6 months. So there is no shortage of support from University of Canada West concerned department for our students to be able to find a job.
Okay, thank you.
Next slide is undergraduate program. So I was just elaborating on MBA, on Master of Business Administration program. Now, the question is, so what kind of programs we have? Generally, MBA is one, and we have 3 undergraduate programs, the one that I would like to introduce you in a second. So one of the programs, it's called Bachelor of Commerce. It's a 4-year program, 4 years program. It's a program for the students who graduated 10+2 and are able to apply for 4-year programs with the entry requirements of the programs is 2.0 out of 433 scale. As you can see, it's less demanding in terms of entry requirements compared to MBA. The academic requirements generally to have equivalency to a C level of a Canadian degree, and having 6.5 overall or equivalent when it comes to English proficiency level, and the minimum 6.0, and writing band. Writing band is in particular very important when it comes to fitting the right requirement of English proficiency of University of Canada West. So it's a 4-year program and prepares students to make a career after they graduate, to make a career, and as you can imagine, in commercial and finance and the banking related jobs and related to banks and the finance professionals. The next one is Bachelor of Arts. It's also 4-year programs. It's an interesting one because having 4 years of a program implies that enables students to apply for broad and wider type of opportunities when it comes to employment. You can make a career in business journalism. You can make a career in advertising industry and everything with regards of media in business related aspects. The entry requirements for Bachelor of Arts is practically the same when it comes to academic requirement, as well as the requirement of English proficiency. Is the same as.
I have one more question. Is there any credit transfer options for commerce arts programs?
Career transfers.
Yes, credit transfer.
Credit transfers, of course. Yes, credit transfer it's a possible opportunity. Yes, it is. And I have mentioned earlier that we are designated institution and the member that enables students to make career transfers. Yes, it is possibility. And we have a good number of students.
And what grades are required for?
Well, this is I mean, to answer, this is a question that would require me to elaborate quite some time, but generally what our students, the potential students need to keep in mind, it's a 4-year program. So yes. Transfer credits, it's a very interesting thing, and it's a very, it's a process that requires meticulous scrutiny from the academic part. What we have to keep in mind, if we're talking about transfers from Pakistan, for example, to University of Canada West to Canada, they will have to go based on the individual cases. They will have to see what kind of programs were covered back in Pakistan, how they related, how they correlated with the perspective, content of a University of Canada West structure, and what are the grades and things like that. So that is a prerogative of academic part to look at this. To answer the question, is it generally possible? The answer is yes, it is possible. But what is required to be done? It's for academic part to answer those questions. They would need to look at it and then say, yes, this is where we stand with this. This is how long it was. Sorry, yeah, the period of time in Pakistan was covered. For example, 2 years of programs that you might have in 4-year programs that you might have in Pakistan, 2 of them covered. Can they jump onto the 4th or 3rd year, or it depends on pretty much on the individual cases. Now, when it comes to The English proficiency, as I mentioned, is 6.5. What's also important here, if you visit University of Canada West website and you will go to the place elaborating on English proficiency requirements, you'll be able to see that it's not only IELTS accepted, we also accept TOEFL and PTE.
But
So,
nowadays, due to COVID-19, and the IELTS is not accessible for everyone.
Very
So
good
is
one.
there option?
So we have few options right now. Thank you for that question. It's a very important one, an interesting one. There are a few things that we're offering from outside. Number one, we have what you call English password test that University of Canada West is offering. It's to a good extent a knowledge of IELTS. It's intensive. It's a 4 hours of online test where students can opt for. They can take it online, and the results will be released very soon. And it will show where the candidate stands in terms of English proficiency. Number one. Number two, we accept Duolingo, which is something
What's
that
required for Duolingo?
Duolingo test. Yeah, Duolingo test is also accepted by University of Canada West admission. And we understand that part of their ongoing process by British councils and by IDP, IELTS is launching very soon the online program that would be available for the students in Pakistan also to take as a part of their ongoing process to verify their level of English proficiency. So those are accepted as a rightly mentioned present uneasy time worldwide, where generally the situation where due to these COVID outbreaks, students are sort of limited in their options of physically going and taking IELTS tests. So those are the questions. So those are the answers and options. Okay. So Associate of Arts degree, again, here it's provides students with a broad foundation knowledge prepared for additional post-secondary education or to enter the workforce. So interesting part is Associate of Arts degree, unlike two previous slides, which were demonstrating the bachelor specifics of the programs of 4 years, Associate degree of Arts is a 2-year program. What is important here to note for our viewers is that any candidate who applies and completes the program with University of Canada West, who graduates the programs, are able to apply for what you call PGWP, which is postgraduate work permit. And every graduate, based on the regulation of immigration in Canada, they're able to secure the postgraduate work permit up to 3 years. So that applies to any program that students study with University of Canada West. Now, when it comes to this particular slide, it shows that Associate of Arts degree, it's a degree program over 2 years, mega popular program for undergraduate candidates that enables the student to apply and graduate as early as 2 years, and then take it from there and try to test, to explore the opportunities either in Canada or somewhere else. So the entry requirements are the same as they would be for bachelor programs. The students would need to meet the entry requirements of a 2.0 out of 433. They would need to have IELTS or equivalent.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you. I have a question. Entry requirement regarding the HSC Pakistani intermediate student. You are here. It is mentioned here the C grade or better. So if someone is below C, like a 40, 50, 49 or 50, so you can accept this type of a student, the average C grade, 50% marks in intermediate or above.
So this is something that we'll have to see based on every transcript. Okay, so C or better, that leaves 2.0 out of 33. We are talking about just above 60%.
Yes.
So 60%.
But C grade in Pakistan, HSC C grade in 50% average C grade. So 50% to 58, 59, which is equivalent to C grade. but 60% it is equivalent to say B grade in Pakistan, intermediate student.
So 50% is equal to
C grade.
50%.
50% C grade.
If student is with 50% meeting
Yes.
C grade equivalency of a Canadian level or
Okay.
Canadian degree, they're more than welcome to apply and secure the admissions of any of undergraduate programs of University of Canada West.
Fine.
But not in associate degree programs. I have a question.
Associate of Arts degree is the same entry requirements as it is for bachelor. So the
But-
entry requirements are the same across all undergraduate programs.
And what
Yes,
about
sir.
A-level students? And what about A-level student entry requirement of bachelor program and associate degree program?
So I understand that any student who graduates secondary education, who completes secondary education in Pakistan, the majority of them, they go from O level to A level.
Yes.
And A level graduates are actually the students who are about 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
They're more than welcome to apply for undergraduate programs. This is the program designed for them.
They need IELTS because the O level.
IELTS, yes. What we have to understand here, so it's an interesting one because when it comes to English proficiency exemptions, okay? Number one, if any student is applying via SDS
Yes.
route, they would need to present IELTS. We know that.
Yes.
Right?
We know.
Number two, there is an official list of countries whose students are exempted from English proficiency level demonstration, and this is on the official website of IRCC. So Pakistan, the students from Pakistan, from India, from Bangladesh, from South Asian, ultimately the markets that I'm accountable for, they all need to have English proficiency certificates in place as a part of their admission ongoing process.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So preparatory programs. This is a very interesting part. So MBA Foundation. So what is MBA Foundation and why do we have MBA Foundation? This particular program, gentlemen, is designed for the candidates who are either progressing from bachelors of business non-related field, for example, like BTech, or a Bachelor of Technical Engineering, or those who are underscoring academic-wise, meaning if they don't have 3.0 out of 433 and they might have 2.88 or 2.70 out of 433, or it says here, to be admitted to MBA Foundation courses, you must have a bachelor degree from recognized university with cumulative at least 233 or better. Okay, so if you don't have 3.0 out of 433, which ultimately enables you to be placed for MBA Direct, you have no reason to feel disappointed because we have MBA Foundation program. It's particular for those type of candidates, and we have a quite good number of them. So this, again, MBA Foundation is designed for the students who would like to make their career, but they cannot find the direct placement of MBA. MBA Foundation is a 3 months of the program with the 3 syllabuses to cover, 3 programs, 3 courses rather to cover, subjects. And the duration of MBA Foundation is a 3 months, and it's a part of, it's a prerequisite, if you will, to the the main MBA program.
Okay, now I have a question.
Sure.
Is there any progression requirement for direct MBA through MBA Foundation?
So MBA Foundation is the prerequisite program that enables students to progress to MBA Direct via MBA Foundation. This is actually the route based on the profile specifics that University of Canada West academic side, the academic department evaluates, and they either give a direct placement for MBA, or they they offer the admission via MBA Foundation program. So it is the progression program for MBA Foundation to the main MBA program.
What is the CGPA requirement after the MBA Foundation to progress into MBA?
233 out of 433.
No, after once they complete the foundation.
I see. The requirement is B level. So they would need to get 3.0 out of 433. So in fact, this is the reason why, thank you for that question. This is why they have this MBA foundations for those who either lack or they don't have either business academic experience, having bachelor's in place, or they're underscoring versus what is required admission, or they're progressing from different academic fields of bachelor's. So this is the particular program of 3 months preparing them to reach the level where, you know, upon finishing this MBA foundation, it enables them to hit the 3.0 out of 43 and move on to the main MBA program.
One more thing, Bakir, I'm so sorry asking
Yes,
you again and again. If student from engineering side, if they need foundation, or if they completing GRE with as good 310, they can get direct admission in MBA.
Again, it depends on the profile. If students have a GRE or GMAT with,
and
I believe,
with engineering program.
With engineering program.
Yes.
Engineering program. Again, the engineer program students, if they have 3.0 out of 433, they're able to join by MBA Foundation program. Because what's important here to remember that University of Canada West is a business-oriented university. It prepares professionals from business and turns them into the business-related professionals. And it's a be under no illusions. MBA program is a demanding program. You know, it's to travel and to travel abroad, to integrate into the new society. It's a new experience, and sometimes it can be challenging. So the students, academic-wise and language proficiency-wise, they have to be prepared for it.
Okay.
Fine.
Next slide is University Access Program. What is important, I would like to share my input. Whilst studying graduating my MBA back in the day in London, the UK, I had a good number of my fellow Pakistani students. So there are lots of very young, talented people in Pakistan who are easily fitting into any program for any Canadian institutions. I'm sure you will have lots of people who will be interested in that, and then we're happy to offer them these opportunities. So University Access Program, what is UAP Program? So UAP Program is a both language preparatory as well as business aspect programs that enable students to cover whilst they study, whilst they apply, and they might have not enough level of English proficiency, which is 6.0. If they have, for example, 6.0 and not 6.5, they're still able to apply and join us via UAP program. It's called University Access Program. It's an interesting one. It prepares from all aspects to prepare theoretical, practical skills when it comes to business and all the knowledge with regards of that. Admission process is a very, very straightforward and very easy and a very quick one. All the standard package of documents that you would need to submit is over there. Please apply via HR consultants. They're very knowledgeable and very professional and competent, that will help all our Pakistani inquirers to apply for University of Canada West. The next one is tuition fees. The tuition fees right now is, as it stands, so the price is slightly relaxed right now. It says here for MBA program, first year is 21 and second year 14. So basically the entire entire program for when it comes to MBA, it's around 35,000, but initial first year tuition fee is 17.5. For international students. MBA Foundation program is the price of it costs the 7,020 Canadian dollars. Always keep in mind that Canadian dollars is a bit in an easier position compared to United States dollars. I'm sure that we're all aware of that. Bachelor of Commerce, Associate of Arts, and University Access Program. Bachelor programs, they cost just under 21,000 per year, and the last year just under 7,000. That applies both for Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Arts. And University Access Program cost 4,950 Canadian dollars. This is a 3-month program. Scholarships. So when it comes to scholarships, University of Canada West, another unique opportunity for our students to explore. We have different types of scholarships. Presently, the scholarships that we have, so America, but we have different type of scholarship for different markets. So the ones that apply for South Asia, this is Southeast Asia, is the scholarship that would be called Scholarship for Academic Excellence. If applied students, they have, so the evaluation is made based on the academic background of any candidate. If we have a student who are applying for undergraduate programs in our particular instance here, and the grades are indeed very high, any undergraduate students who are applying for bachelor's, they have a chance to secure up to 20,000 Canadian dollars of a scholarship. We have MBA Foundation grant. So I'll just, academic excellence. Okay. So when it comes to scholarship for academic excellence, we have 20,000 for bachelor programs, and for MBA candidates, we have opportunity, rather the students have opportunity to secure scholarships grant up to 10,000, both for MBA and for Associate Degree of Arts. When it comes to bachelor's, it's 20,000. Now, MBA Foundation, for students who are applied for MBA Foundation, they have to study additional 3 months. We have an opportunity to offer them MBA Foundation study grant. They would need to come up with a very strong statement where they will have to highlight and elaborate why they believe that they should be offered MBA Foundation study grant, and they are able to cover that particular part also. MBA Excellence for Scholarship for Continuing Students. Apart from the fact that students have a chance to secure their scholarship before they actually join the campus, they have a very good chance, being very diligent and consistently excelling in their studies with University of Canada West. They have a chance to secure some of the scholarships, being as an active University of Canada West student. So this is another good opportunity for them. So we have a large number of varieties of scholarships that we offer our international students. So we have another Live Our Vision to Love for, but it's for Canada undergraduate scholarships. This is a different type of scholarship. This is only for undergraduates. So the key terms, something that I have already mentioned, we have 4 intakes in January, in April, July, and October. The ones that we have in place and still pretty much active is the July intake, followed by October.
Okay, Baghir, I have a question.
Please, sir.
Regarding the terms, the fall intake in October 2020. So, the current situation, COVID-19. So is there any changes from the university for starting the course in online courses, and or the student can start the course on shore, like in Canada? And one more question regarding the ACCA background student for the MBA program. Please explain. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I have a very good question. In fact, excellent. Now, given that we have the unprecedented situation worldwide, where not all the students are, even the ones who secured their study permits, are able to travel, I'm sure that you're aware that Canadian government made an announcement that any active students who secured their study permit, their visas, they're able to start studying their programs online up to 50%. So University of Canada West offers you that opportunity. For example, if you are a Pakistani student who applied for April intake and due to this reason are not able to join, they can start their studies, their education online, and hopefully after everything goes back to normal, they can cover 50% of it online and join the campus. Join the campus, you know, to physically complete the program, and despite the fact that they have covered with their physical presence in Canada only 50% of studying, they're still eligible for what you call postgraduate work permit. It's very important here to know. So Canadian government is very supportive. Number one. Number two is, so that applies throughout pretty much to all the intakes that we have in place till end of the year, which is July and October. But let's hope, inshallah, let's hope that the things will go back to normal very soon. We can see that things are changing. So we would like to think that things will be moving, and October intake or even July intake will be fully you know, fledged and with opportunities for the students to travel and join physically. Okay. Number one, they discovered when it comes to ACCA students, a very good question. So when it comes to ACCA students, presently we have we've been working for another with you know, on another very interesting project. But as things stand right now, any student who covered 9 papers as well as OBU, Oxford Brook University, they're able to apply for MBA program, and based on the results of their OBU completion, they will be evaluated and you know, going through that particular route from that particular stream. So of course it is possible.
Okay, so if someone has completed 9 papers of ACCA, so can they eligible to apply for MBA?
So this is something that right now we are trying to explore also, but we would need to see the transcripts, the profile of every student. But generally, as things stand right now, we're accepting students who are not only graduated 9 papers, but also have OBU in place. Because ACCA is not a Canadian product; it's a UK product. In Canada, here we have our own analogy or version of ACCA. It's called CPUs, but it's something that we're also looking at and enabling ACCA students to secure admission to the University of Canada West. We'll be updating you on that soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next slide, employment. And this is arguably one of the most, if not the most important aspects that every student is concerned about before they actually make their mind. As I have mentioned a few times, career service is engaging with any student, and then the army and the number of our students are growing by day. It's very important to mention that 5 years ago, University of Canada West was nowhere near as it is today. We have thousands of students of studying right now. As I mentioned, we are one of the most rapidly developing academic institutions in the entire Canada. So the strength that we have, and again, you can always refer to the official sources of University of Canada West website, you'll be able to see that career service is actually very, very aggressively active with all our active students and the ones who are about to graduate, discovering their strength, because it's a normal fact that any student who graduates, about to graduate MBA, they still are not pretty much certain about what is my strength, what is it that I want to make a career of, and what are the directions I would like to explore and make a career in. So those are the questions career service are helping to answer. They're working very closely with our students. They're developing their career goals, preparing their CVs, offering them networking sources, and teaching them job search techniques and so on. Now, as I mentioned, that any student who is graduating University of Canada West are able to apply for postgraduate work permit as an active working student. Any student can work as a part-timers, 20 hours a week. So this is pretty much not all the spectrums, but some part of it where our students, once they graduate, their programs are able to work. That varies from education sector to business sector to banking sector to any other aspects of a business. and expert faculties. We have very top faculties that lecturing our students and giving them the best education. This particular gentleman is Mr. Michele Vicente, is a very prominent figure in academic world. We're lucky to have him. So he is actually the academic manager of MBA, of a postgraduate program. We have testimonials that I have mentioned. We have different students coming from different parts of the planet. They graduate, they're all happy, they're able to find a job, and all their investment in themselves and studying with the University of Canada West proved to be an absolute top choice. I think I have finished, and if we have any specific questions that the audience would like to answer, but I think I will stop my sharing my screen. Over to you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Barry. You share with us very good information with us. So we have a very gentry regarding the information about the netting language. So I will call you Mr. Ehtisam. He will explain some entry requirement in netting language. So Mr. Ehtisam, actually, he's working with the University of Canada West. So please, over to you, Mr. Ehtisam. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Khalid Sahab, and thank you, Bagheer. Thank you, Team HR, for conducting this session. Entry requirements के हवाले से MBA पाकिस्तानी स्टूडेंट्स के लिए जिनके पास बिजनेस डिग्री है, उनको वर्क एक्सपीरियंस रिक्वायर्ड नहीं है. विद मिनिमम 70% के साथ वो डायरेक्ट MBA के अंदर अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. जिनके ग्रेड्स 70% से कम है, तो वो जाएंगे MBA फाउंडेशन के थ्रू. 3 मंथ्स का फाउंडेशन होगा और उसके बाद वो लोग MBA में प्रोग्रेशन करेंगे. यहाँ पे उन स्टूडेंट्स के लिए
एक चीज थोड़ा सी में ऐड कर दें कि सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट यू कि MBA फाउंडेशन और MBA मिला के टोटल ड्यूरेशन ऑफ प्रोग्राम कितना बन जाएगा? ये 1.5 ईयर है और 2 इयर्स प्रोग्राम है विद फाउंडेशन.
MBA 2 इयर्स है, फाउंडेशन 3 मंथ्स है, तो ये 2 इयर्स 3 मंथ्स हो जाएगा.
ओके, दैट्स गुड.
ठीक. और इसके अंदर जो स्टूडेंट्स जिनका नॉन बिजनेस बैकग्राउंड है और उन्हें रिसेंट पास में, जिस तरह बगीर ने मेंशन किया, बीटेक कंप्लीट किया है, CS किया है पाकिस्तान की किसी यूनिवर्सिटी से, या इवन MBBS के भी कुछ स्टूडेंट्स के हमने एप्लीकेशन प्रोसीड किए हैं, तो वो उनका जो रूट होगा वो MBA फाउंडेशन होगा. देन वो प्रोग्रेस करेंगे टुवर्ड्स MBA. इसके अंदर हम लोगों की जो IELTS की रिक्वायरमेंट है वो 6.5 नॉट लेस देन 6 इन ईच कंपोनेंट फॉर अंडरग्रेड पोस्ट ग्रेड बोथ. और हम लोग MBA के लिए GRE और GMAT की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है, तो एग्जेम्प्टेड है. विदाउट GRE और GMAT जब अपनी एप्लीकेशन प्रोसीड कर सकते हैं. एंड द गुड थिंग अबाउट यूनिवर्सिटी कैनेडा वेस्ट इज द इनटेक्स. वी हैव 4 intakes, तो हर 3 मंथ्स बाद हम लोगों का इनटेक होता है फॉर अंडरग्रेड पोस्ट ग्रेड बोथ. तो स्टूडेंट कैन प्रोसेस द एप्लीकेशन, जो भी उनका रिस्पेक्टिव ऑफिस है सिटी वाइज, सो दे कैन प्रोसेस द एप्लीकेशन.
ओके. अच्छा, इसके अलावा इसकी कोई एप्लीकेशन फी वगैरह?
हाँ, एप्लीकेशन फी है $150 कैनेडियन. अगर स्टूडेंट HR कंसल्टेंट के थ्रू एप्लीकेशन प्रोसीड करता है और एट द टाइम ऑफ एप्लीकेशन अपना IELTS सबमिट करता है 6.5 नॉट लेस देन 6 ईच कंपोनेंट, तो उसकी जो एप्लीकेशन फी है वो एग्जेम्प्ट हो जाएगी. अभी रिसेंट डेवलपमेंट है कल की, अब जिसका ओवरऑल 6 और मिनिमम 6 भी है, मैं दोबारा रिपीट कर देता हूँ, ओवरऑल 6 और मिनिमम 6 भी है, क्योंकि SDS की रिक्वायरमेंट इज ओवरऑल 6 एंड मिनिमम 6, तो वो भी उसकी भी एप्लीकेशन फी जो है वो एक्सेप्टेड है.
ठीक. यानी अगर किसी का 70% से उससे कोई वो नहीं है, कोई से ताल्लुक ना, अगर किसी का भी मतलब कि अगर 65 भी हो एडमिशन डायरेक्ट MBA के लिए, तो क्या वो कर सकता है विद एक्सपीरियंस? अगर कोई 3 से 4 साल का एक्सपीरियंस हो किसी के पास, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान में जो डिग्री है, सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट यू, पाकिस्तान की जो डिग्रीज हैं कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज में इस तरीके से है कि सम यूनिवर्सिटीज ऑफरिंग 65% बट द CGPA 2.7. ओके, बट सम यूनिवर्सिटी CGPA around 3.0 but the percentage around 2.8. different university different CGPA requirement, in Pakistan. So we have a very different universities CGPA criteria. So can we accept the application along with the English grading scale with grading scale?
इसमें मैं ऐड ये कर दूं कि कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज का, करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग, कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज का 2.8 is 70%, कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज का 370%, कुछ यूनिवर्सिटी का 3.2 is 70%. अच्छा, हम लोगों का जो क्राइटेरिया परसेंटेज का वो इसीलिए रखा गया है कि परसेंटेज 70% उसके ट्रांसक्रिप्ट पे मेंशन होगा कि जो इसका 2.8 है ये 70% है, या इसका 370% है, इसका 3.2 70%। तो हम इस तरफ परसेंटेज को ज्यादा देख रहे हैं, मिनिमम 70%। अगर किसी स्टूडेंट का, आपका जो पहला सवाल है मैं उसका आंसर कर देता हूँ, कि जिसका 65% है और उनका मैनेजरियल एक्सपीरियंस है 3 से 4 साल का इंडस्ट्री का, तो ठीक है, हम आप उनकी प्रोफाइल भेजेंगे, तो उसकी असेसमेंट के बाद एडमिशन विल डिसाइड कि इनको डायरेक्ट जो है वो एडमिशन दिया जाए या हम लोग जो है फाउंडेशन। तो अगेन असेसमेंट का ऑप्शन है।
ठीक है, अब थोड़ा सा स्कॉलरशिप्स का गाइड करेंगे। 3 से 4 किस्म की स्कॉलरशिप्स हैं, तो स्टूडेंट को किस तरीके से और कितनी मैक्सिमम इजीली मिल सकती है?
देखें, आप जिस तरह अभी स्लाइड्स में आपने देखा, वो डिफरेंट स्कॉलर, जैसे अमेरिकन यूनिवर्सिटी, इट्स नॉट फॉर अस, बट हमारे पास एकेडमिक एक्सीलेंस है, अप टू $20,000 की स्कॉलरशिप अवेलेबल है एमबीए के अंदर। जो इसका क्राइटेरिया है स्कॉलरशिप का, वो आपका लेटर ऑफ इंटेंट जो एसओपी है, वो आप यूनिवर्सिटी को सबमिट करेंगे, जिसके अंदर आपका फोकस सिर्फ आपका फ्यूचर होना चाहिए, और आपने ये चीज बतानी है कि आपको किस तरह हेल्प करेगी, जिस तरह नॉर्मल आप लोग एसओपी लिखते हैं। 500 कैरेक्टर्स की चाहिए हम लोगों को, तो जितनी स्ट्रांग होगी उतने अच्छे चांसेस हैं आपको स्कॉलरशिप सिक्योर करने। और इसके अंदर एमबीए,
अगर स्टूडेंट को 20,000 है तो वो 5,000 के लिए कंसीडर किया जा रहा है, 7,500 के लिए कंसीडर किया जा रहा है, इस तरह भी पॉसिबल है?
थोड़ा सा आवाज डिस्टॉर्ट हुई है, मैं सवाल नहीं समझ पाया, दोबारा रिपीट करें।
मैं कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि स्टूडेंट अगर जो लेटर ऑफ इंटेंट लिख रहा है उतना अप टू द मार्क नहीं है, क्योंकि वो टोटली डिपेंड ही उस पर कर रहा है, तो और कैप है $20,000 की, तो ये क्या इस तरीके से है कि 5,000 का उसको मिल जाए अकॉर्डिंग टू स्टेटमेंट ऑफ इंटेंट 7,000 तक का?
जी जी, जो 20,000 है वो तो बैचलर डिग्री पे है, अप टू 20,000, ठीक है। जो एमबीए पे है वो अप टू 10,000 है, ठीक है। अब उसके अच्छा, इसमें डिफरेंट एग्जांपल्स है शेयर करने की। अब एक एमबीए फाउंडेशन की जो फी है 7,020 कैनेडियन डॉलर जी, उसके अंदर एक स्टूडेंट को 6,500 की भी स्कॉलरशिप मिली है, ठीक है, और एक स्टूडेंट को 5,500 की भी मिली है, कुछ को 5 की भी मिली है। इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन
7,500
6,500 की, माफी चाहता हूँ अगर ठीक है,
अच्छा,
6,500 की।
ओके, अच्छा इंतजाम साहब, आपसे सवाल ये कि अगर स्टूडेंट अगर फॉर एग्जांपल अगर वो ज्वाइन करता है विद फाउंडेशन, यानी अगर उसने एमबीए में जाना है तो पहले वो फाउंडेशन की रूट से जा रहा है, तो जो फीस कैजुअल जो बनेगा उसका, तो उसने किस तरह पे करना होगा, क्योंकि उसने एप्लीकेशन भी सबमिट करनी है थ्रू एसडीएस, तो वो किस तरीके से करेगा, यानी कि उसने फाउंडेशन की फीस भी पे करनी है, साथ में एमबीए की कितनी फीस पे करनी है, प्लीज इसको एक्सप्लेन करिए। थैंक यू।
बहुत शुक्रिया, इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन। हमारे पास देखिए, अगर एसडीएस रूट के थ्रू जाएगा स्टूडेंट, तो वो 1 साल का इनिशियल डिपॉजिट पे करेगा,
ठीक है,
जो कि बनता है 21,000 कैनेडियन डॉलर, ठीक है। अब जो एमबीए फाउंडेशन के साथ भी जा रहा है और जो एमबीए के साथ भी जा रहा है, तो ऑफ कोर्स उसका कंसोलिडेटेड ऑफर होगा, उसके साथ भी वो 21,000 कैनेडियन डॉलर ही पे करेगा,
ओके,
ठीक है। और उसके बाद नेक्स्ट ईयर में जाके जो भी उसकी होगा,
तो यानी कि जो अगर उसने पहले फाउंडेशन की जो पे की थी 7,000 वो उसमें इंक्लूडेड है, लेकिन जब उसका सेमेस्टर शुरू होगा, एमबीए शुरू होगा, तो उसके रिमेनिंग फीस उसने पे देनी होगी उसके साथ।
यूजुअली ग्रांट अवेलेबल है, मोस्टली स्टूडेंट्स जो पे कर रहे हैं पाकिस्तान से वो 1,500 to $2,000 पे कर रहे हैं फॉर द फाउंडेशन।
ओके, फाइन,
स्टूडेंट्स को मिल जाती है स्कॉलरशिप, तो ऑफ कोर्स आपकी जो स्कॉलरशिप है वो आपको नेक्स्ट ईयर में जाके जो है वो रिफ्लेक्ट होगी। अगर आपको सपोज अप टू 10,000 में से 7,000 की स्कॉलरशिप मिल गई है, तो इवन देन आपको जो इनिशियल डिपॉजिट फर्स्ट ईयर का पे करना है वो 21,000 पे करना है, अगर आप एसडीएस के थ्रू अप्लाई करें। तो जो नेक्स्ट ईयर में आपका 14,000 रिमेनिंग होगा, जो कि आपकी $35,000 एक साल की 2 साल की फी एमबीए की, तो उसके अंदर फिर आपको 7,000 जो है वो रिमेनिंग, तो स्कॉलरशिप भी आपकी नेक्स्ट ईयर रिफ्लेक्ट होगी।
फाइन, ओके। एहतिसाम साहब, माय क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम बगीर। Bagheer, you know, in Pakistan, different university in a section 1, section 2, section 3. So
T1,
like,
T2, T3, yes.
Yeah, section 1, section 2, and section 3 in Pakistan. So can you accept the section 3 university student, like a university section 3 in DHS Sufa in Pakistan,
See,
in Karachi?
My answer to that question is this, and I have an extensive experience recruiting for University of Canada West or for generally Canadian institutions. What is important for Canadian institutions is that degree is, if we're talking about degree program, is granted by a recognized university, by the recognized, the reference of recognized, recognized by the internal Ministry of Higher Education of the country, in our particular instance of Pakistan. Now, we're also conscious, as you say, sector, I understand you're referring to their, what you call grading of those. There are some top elite universities, there are some, the ones that you would have the majority of the Pakistani students studied, and the ones that would be ranked lower than these first top two. For us, it's more important two factors. Number one, as I mentioned, it's a recognition, because not all institutions are recognized. And secondly, is we will have to see on the grading scale of that university. Okay. Fine. Generally, if student is fitting into the academic requirements of University of Canada West, we're more than welcome to offer the opportunity to secure admission. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, Mohsin, any question regarding?
From my side, I think all things are clear now. But kindly explain the accommodations as well, because we need to.
Very good.
Accommodation in whole presentation as well.
Sure. So when it comes to accommodation, what I would like to emphasize is we're working with a large number of the companies who are offering accommodation prices for certain discounted prices, because it's coming from University of Canada West. If we're referring that university has an accommodation options, as you would normally see that on the news, on the movies, that we don't have that. However, University of Canada West, a student service is offering options based on the budget of the students. It's down to them what options they would like to go for. But we're working, we're covering that part as well.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. एहतसाम साहब, मुझे आपसे क्वेश्चन है, जिस तरह के अभी स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पे अप्लाई कर रहे हैं पाकिस्तान से, तो उसमें है कि जिनके अभी वो करंटली यानी कि 8th सेमेस्टर में एनरोल्ड है बीबीए के अंदर, तो क्या दिस टाइप ऑफ स्टूडेंट कैन अप्लाई फॉर द मास्टर प्रोग्राम, एमबीए और प्री एमबीए यानी फाउंडेशन प्रोग्राम के लिए on behalf of 8th semester enrollment letter, but later they can submit the through the mark sheet and degree. So can you accept this type of a student and get the admission as a condition basis?
जी बिल्कुल, इसी तरह हम लोग एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं स्टूडेंट्स को.
ठीक है,
कि वो जो कंप्लीटेशन लेटर के साथ जो अप्लाई करेंगे और
जी
उसके साथ जो एक प्रोसेस चलता
है. Can I make a small addition from what I think I have managed to have caught up is when students apply, they don't apply for MBA Foundation. It's important here to note MBA Foundation is the program that designed for certain profiles to be placed to be prepared for the main MBA program. So there is no separate program of MBA Foundation that students apply. All students apply for MBA direct program, and based on their profiles, they either, if given that they are given the admission, they either apply some direct to MBA or by MBA Foundation program. So this is, I think it's important for our viewers to understand. Thank you.
Okay.
One question from my side, Ehtisham. Ehtisham, is there any option for 2 years bachelor's program? He is apply for MBA Foundation?
नहीं, 2 years bachelor program के साथ नहीं है फाउंडेशन, क्योंकि देखिए आप अभी जो थोड़ी देर पहले हमने ये डिस्कस किया कि आप MBA फाउंडेशन के लिए नहीं अप्लाई करेंगे, बेसिकली आप अप्लाई MBA के लिए करेंगे. Then admission committee will decide कि जी your profile is fitting for the MBA or the MBA foundation. तो 2 years के साथ हाँ, BCom के स्टूडेंट्स जिस तरह हैं पाकिस्तान में, वो एसोसिएट ऑफ आर्ट डिग्री जो 2 साल का प्रोग्राम है उसके लिए अप्लाई कर सकते हैं.
और जो स्टूडेंट ने 2 years बैचलर और 2 years मास्टर्स कंप्लीट किया हुआ है विद परसेंटेज 60-65% के साथ, तो वो एलिजिबल हैं
जी. देखिए जी,
ओके,
ठीक है.
Can I just make a quick small addition?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
In Canada, but following the standard programs, the standard format, bachelor programs of 4 years. We don't have here 2 years of the bachelor programs, okay? But as an option for the students who would like to make a degree and explore the employment opportunities, as opposed to going down for 4 years of bachelor's, they have a chance to go for what you call an Associate of Arts degree. It's also a degree, but the difference for our dear viewers and panels to understand the difference is when you graduate bachelor's, you are eligible to apply for MBA. However, when you graduate Associate of Arts degree, it doesn't enable you to apply directly for MBA program. What this program for design is for the students who would like to study 2 years and not to stretch it of 4 years, explore the opportunities on the employment market, get the job, start working well, hard, building financial foundation for themselves, and if as a part of their process of getting higher position, they would like to make MBA, they will have to come back, study 2 years, and it's very easy to do these days, doing online and working at the same time. As additional, they do 2 years of a bachelor's, they graduate 2 years of bachelor's, and then the fact that they graduate the bachelor's and they have bachelor degree enables them to apply for MBA. I think this is a very important part that we have to make sure that everyone understands clearly.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
One more last question. So can you accept 2+2 degree, like a 2 years BCom in Pakistan and 2 years master program, which is equivalent to 16 years of qualification?
Very good question. Very good question. Thank you for that. See, apart from the fact we have lots of different institutions, as you have Sector 1, Sector 2, Sector 3.
Yeah.
Out of those, you have different profiles who graduate under different circumstances, with different grades, and they possess different transcripts. So to give you a direct answer, whether we're going to accept or not, it depends on the profile. We see if this student, depends what kind of master's program students graduate. If students graduate master's program where students already covered the content of a business aspect, then the likelihood is very, very low. If student graduated 2 years of bachelor's and possesses a bachelor degree from recognized university, and then they have master's a degree in business non-related field, but then they would like to explore the opportunities and make a career of business by studying MBA, it is possible, it's option.
Okay, fine.
And the last question from my side, related to Khalid Saab. If student from Pakistani student completing a degree from UK, bachelor's, 3 years bachelor's degree, and they awarding degree with 2:2, second class honors or second upper class. What's the requirement?
Every student who graduated their bachelor degree, either in the UK or any other well-known Commonwealth countries, such as Australia, New Zealand, United States, for that matter, are given that they are fitting into the requirements applying for MBA, a 3.0, or if they even underscore and going by MBA Foundation program, there are two things that they appear to have a good chances not only to secure admission, but also being exempted from English proficiency requirement. Based on simple fact, they have a degree in the recognized university in the country, widely spoken in English language, or considered to be a native language for that country.
Fine.
Thank you.
What I would like to do right now, before we wrap up the whole session, I would like to say thank you very much for every single attendant of this live session. I would like to think that it was fairly effective, and I would like to appreciate the efforts in the collaboration, our very dear partners, HR consultants.
Thank you very much.
I would like to send a message from my side and on behalf of University of Canada West. Please stay strong these days on a very uneasy time that the whole world is going through. We will be in this till the very end together, and University of Canada West will always support you all the way to make sure that every student who decided to apply with us and make a career after they graduate University of Canada West. We'll always be very supportive. Rest assured that every single student has maximum support from the side of University of Canada West. Thank you very much. Stay safe.
Thank you very much,
stay blessed.
Javier.
Mashallah.
And at this time, last comments from your side.
Thank you very much, Khalid sir. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to Mohsin. Thank you to Tabir साहब जिन्होंने ये सेशन कंडक्ट किया और बाकी हमारी अल्लाह से दुआ है कि जल्द से जल्द ये टाइम खत्म हो ताकि
Inshallah. Okay, guys, thank you very much for giving the time, especially for the Bagheer, because the time difference, the total, the 13 hours difference time from Pakistan and Canada. So thank you very much for giving them precious time. So thank you very much for all the team. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.